DNA. The molecular recipe book, the minuscule dictionary, the microscopic textbook, all about you.
DNA isn't really all about you. It's more accurate to view it as a huge library dedicated to you,
where 97% of the
books are about something else.
Yep, only 3% of your genome
Makes proteins or is expressed. These non-coding segments are labeled as junk DNA. But I'm here to tell you, you're not trash. Let's start off with some non-coding DNA that you may have heard of before. Telomeres are sections of DNA that are on the ends of your chromosomes, made up of around 10,000 to 8,000 nucleotides. These don't code for protein, but they do have an important function. They act as protective barriers for your genetic material, and they help to organize your chromosomes so that you don't have a tangled mess of information. They grow shorter the more your cell divides, and this is why telomeres are associated with aging. When your telomeres are too short for replication, it triggers cell suicide. So yeah, those are definitely not junk. The line gets blurry though. Making up 45% of your genome, transposons, or jumping genes, are genes with the ability to move around in your DNA. We don't exactly know why they're there, but we do know what they're capable of. Some transposable elements move via a cut and paste method. They encode their own enzyme that cuts the transposon out of its original place. A different enzyme then cuts and unzips the target DNA. The transposase inserts the element and the missing bases are filled back up. However, some elements, called retrotransposons, move in a copy and paste manner. It replaces itself with RNA and then it moves around to other places while the RNA copies are transcribed back into DNA. And like viruses, they spread rapidly across your genome. These moving bits of DNA have many consequences. For example, an element could carry an antibiotic resistance factor, which when shared with other bacteria make them antibiotic resistant too. So we've seen the mighty power of transposable elements. So let's move on to the last section of your DNA. There are a few different types of repetitive sections in your DNA, namely satellite DNA and introns. Satellite DNA spams your genome because they're consecutively repetitive. They seem to have a structural purpose as they help to build centromeres. A centromere is a region of your chromosome responsible for keeping the
two sister chromatids together
until it's time for them to separate during mitosis or meiosis. So, good on you, satellite DNA. Introns are little pieces that are studded in your coding DNA, and they are picked out by spliceosomes. Many hypotheses have been brought up, such as the possibility for introns to be involved with gene expression regulation. So now we know that DNA is not only involved with proteins and expression. There are a lot going on behind the scenes in your junk. So even if you're feeling like trash, just remember, you're not. Scientifically.